So, so, I'm walking down the street. There's a guy at the corner standing there, and he's swinging his hips back and forth. And then he looks up. He looks up in the air, and he says something really loud. I couldn't figure out what he was saying, so I thought, "Oh my goodness, I think this guy might need an ambulance or something." So I whip my phone out and I run over there. I was like, "Hey, are you okay?" He looks at me and he says, "Yeah, I was just humping the air, that's all. I'm just out here humping the air." I was like, "What? What are you saying, man? Are you okay? Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just humping the air, you know." I was like, "No, I have no idea. What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just, you hump the air. You swing your hips back and forth. And then you can even say it. I'm humping the air. I'm humping the air." I thought, well, okay, all right. So I don't need to call an ambulance here, I don't think. That's not where the pain is coming from. And then I thought, well, the guy seems okay. He says, "Yeah, I'll show you. I'm humping the air." So he's swinging his hips back and forth. And he says, "I'm humping the air. I'm humping the air." I said, "Well, hold on, man. What? Can I ask you a question?" He says, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Well, is it any good? Humping the air? Is it any good?" He says, "Well, with me, it's never any good. That's why I'm out here humping the air. It's never any good with me." So that's when I started thinking, okay, well, I think the guy's all right. But this is like something I've never seen before. I don't even know if it's funny or not. I mean, it's funny, but what is this, man? I said, "What is this? What are you doing?" He says, "Well, I'm just humping the air, and that's what I do." I thought, you know what? If this guy was humping the air on YouTube, he'd have thousands of subscribers instantly. He might have millions of subscribers. In fact, this could be the next big thing right here, and I've discovered it myself. I said, you know what? This could be the next big fitness craze. Humping the air. This is the perfect physical movement. It's kind of like crunches for your abs. It must be awesome for your lower back. You could be the next fitness guru. Humping the air, man. He said, "Really? You think that?" I said, "Well, if this was on the internet, it would go viral, man. I've never seen anything this weird. How about this? Think about this. I could be your talent agent, you know? I could do the promotions, I could make the phone calls, the bookings. Pretty soon you could get a contract with Yuck Yuck's Comedy Cabaret. You could be touring the nation doing comedy clubs. Before you know it, you could be like the opening act at the wrestling shows or something, while people take their seat and they get their popcorn and their pop. Somebody's got to get those people in the mood. Humping the air, man. It's unforgettable. And if you could double this as a comedy routine and a fitness craze at the same time, who knows? You could start getting tens of thousands of people in stadiums and stuff. You could do merchandising. You could sell shirts. You could sell like white shirts with black arms on them that say "Hump in the Air" everywhere. L.A. 2025. I was there humping the air. This is the kind of weird thing that could sweep the world for at least a week. Remember that guy who just couldn't believe that there were two rainbows? He got millions of views. You could do it too. You could be on all the talk shows eventually. You could be on Dr. Phil, Be like, today's guest needs no introduction. It's the Humping the Air man. What do you think, man? He said, really? You think I could do it? And then I was starting to think, well, actually, I don't know. I just get excited about ideas, you know? Like, maybe what Don King was to boxing and boxing promotion, I could be the same to promoting strange characters who have amazing talents that need to be discovered. Everybody needs a good laugh, especially nowadays when everything's politicized, everything's divisive. People are stressed out like never before and they don't even know why. A guy like you, with this crazy act, this is amazing, you know? And he said, okay, all right. So, okay, all right, yeah. Okay, so we'll go to your place and we'll make the YouTube videos and I'll look in your cupboards, see if there's any cookies in there that I can eat. I was like, what? What is up with this guy? He looked at me and said, well, until we get rich and famous, I might need to eat the cookies in your cupboard. But after we get rich, I won't have to anymore, eh? So at that point, it was dawning on me, like, I just get really excited about good ideas sometimes. And it's not always going to happen. It's just a good idea. And I thought, wow, when somebody's this far out, you got to have good boundaries, You never know what somebody who's this far out might do to you. I like to assume the best about everybody. He looked at me and he must have read my mind. And he says to me, don't worry. It's not like I would kill you or something, because then we couldn't be friends if I did. You got to have good boundaries, like, yeah.